Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to take you through the inspiring story of how Japan transformed itself after World War II. The title of our presentation is How Japan Overcame Post-War Setbacks and Became a Global Leader. In this session, we'll explore the key philosophies and strategies Japan used, like 5S, Kaizen, TPM, Lean, and Six Sigma, that helped rebuild its industries from the ground up. We'll also see how learning from the West and embracing a culture of continuous improvement led to the rise of iconic companies like Toyota, Honda, Sony, and Panasonic. So, let's dive into this fascinating journey of resilience and innovation. Let's talk about the core idea of 5S, a place for everything and everything in its place. This principle is all about organization and efficiency. The goal is to create a workspace where every tool, every material has its designated spot. When everything has a specific place, it becomes much easier to find what you need quickly and to keep the area tidy. This concept might seem simple, but it has a huge impact on productivity and safety. When your workspace is organized, you spend less time searching for things and more time focusing on the task at hand. Plus, it helps prevent accidents and damage to equipment. Remember, the essence of 5S is about establishing order, which supports the overall goal of continuous improvement. When everything is in its place, your team can work more smoothly and efficiently, contributing to a safer and more productive environment. Now, let's take a moment to look at our agenda for today. We're starting with the concept of value add, which is all about understanding what truly contributes to the value of our products or services from the customer's perspective. Next, we'll explore the 8 wastes, which are the common types of inefficiencies that can creep into our processes and how identifying them can help us improve. Then, we'll define the 5S methodology, a powerful tool for organizing and maintaining a clean, efficient workspace. Following that, we'll go through each of the 5 S's in detail, discussing what they are and how to implement them effectively. We'll also look at some practical examples to bring these concepts to life. After that, I'll introduce some useful tools that can support us in applying these principles. And of course, we'll have a Q and a session to clarify any questions you might have. Finally, we'll review the presentation agenda to ensure we're all aligned on the journey we're about to undertake. So, with that overview in mind, let's dive into each of these key topics, starting with the idea of value add. All right, let's take a closer look at what it really means to define lean. Essentially, it's about having a systematic approach, so a structured way to identify waste in our processes and then eliminate it. This isn't a one-time effort. It's about continuous improvement, always looking for ways to do better. At the core of lean is the idea of flowing the product smoothly through the process. But what drives this flow? It's the pull of the customer, so we produce only what the customer needs when they need it. This keeps us from overproducing or creating excess inventory, which is a common form of waste. And all of this is in pursuit of perfection. That means constantly striving to improve, to get closer and closer to the ideal process with zero waste. So, in essence, lean is about creating value efficiently by eliminating waste, flowing smoothly, and always aiming for that perfect state. This approach ties directly into our overall goal of operational excellence and delivering maximum value to our customers. When we talk about value-added activities, we're referring to any action that enhances the market form or function of our product or service. Essentially, these are the things that make our offering more appealing or useful to our customers. The key point here is that these are activities our customers are willing to pay for. They see real value in them. This is exactly where we want to focus our energy. By investing time and effort into value-added activities, we ensure that we're delivering what matters most to our customers and maximizing our resources. On the other hand, we have non-value-added activities. These are the activities that don't improve the product or service in a way that customers recognize as valuable. They might be necessary at times, but often they don't contribute directly to what the customer perceives as value. Our goal should be to eliminate, simplify, reduce, or integrate these non-value-added activities whenever possible. By doing so, we can streamline our processes, cut waste, and focus more on those activities that truly add value. Remember, understanding the difference between these two types of activities helps us work smarter, serve our customers better, and ultimately improve our overall efficiency. Typically, what we're seeing across many processes is that about 95% of all activity is actually non-value added. In other words, most of what happens doesn't directly contribute to the value our customers perceive. This is a huge insight because it highlights how much waste or inefficiency might be built into our current way of working. Recognizing this helps us focus on identifying those non-value activities and working towards eliminating or reducing them. When we do that, we can free up resources, improve flow, and ultimately deliver more value faster. Keeping this in mind ties back to our overall goal of streamlining processes and creating more efficient, customer-focused operations. Let's take a closer look at defects and the various types of waste that can occur in a process. First, we have overproduction of work in process, which happens when more items are produced than are actually needed at a given time. This can lead to excess inventory and increased holding costs. Then, there's waiting, where time is lost when people or equipment are idle, often due to bottlenecks or delays in the flow. Next is non-utilized talents, meaning we're not fully leveraging the skills and abilities of our team members. This is a missed opportunity for improvement and innovation. Transportation of materials and equipment is another waste. Unnecessary movement can add time and risk to the process without adding value. Inventory excesses are also a common issue, where too much stock is kept on hand, tying up resources and space. Motion waste refers to unnecessary movement by workers, which can cause fatigue and reduce efficiency. Extra processing involves doing more work than necessary, adding steps or features that don't add value to the customer. All of these points tie into the broader concept of the 8 wastes, which are fundamental to lean thinking. Recognizing and eliminating these wastes helps us streamline processes, reduce costs, and deliver value more effectively. The key takeaway here is that identifying these wastes is the first step toward continuous improvement in any operation. All right, so let's talk about 5S. It's a system designed to do a few important things in the workplace. Primarily, it aims to improve safety by keeping the environment organized and hazard-free. It also boosts efficiency, helping us work smarter and faster. Cleanliness is a big part of it too, which not only makes our work area more pleasant, but also reduces the risk of accidents. And of course, it enhances quality by ensuring everything is in its proper place, so mistakes are minimized. At its core, 5S is about changing behaviors for the better, encouraging us to develop habits that keep our workspace safe, clean, and efficient every day. It's a structured approach that, when implemented correctly, transforms the way we work and helps us achieve better results overall. Let's talk about some of the key benefits of implementing the 5S methodology. First, it saves time that is often wasted searching for tools or other items. When everything is organized and in its designated place, you can find what you need quickly and easily. This also reduces the amount of time spent walking around the workspace looking for things, which boosts overall efficiency. Another important benefit is safety. By eliminating clutter and tripping hazards, 5S creates a safer environment for everyone. Plus, it frees up valuable floor space, making the workspace more open and accessible. This not only improves safety, but also makes the workplace more pleasant to be in. When the environment is organized and safe, it naturally leads to less stress for employees. A well-maintained workspace helps everyone feel more comfortable and focused. And when stress decreases, morale tends to increase because people feel more satisfied and motivated at work. Overall, the benefits of 5S extend beyond just organization. They positively impact safety, efficiency, and the well-being of everyone involved. That's why adopting 5S can truly transform your work environment into a more productive and enjoyable space. It won't stay this way, and that's a key point to remember. Things are always changing, and if we don't take action, the current chaos will persist. We don't have unlimited time, so it's critical to focus on what really matters and make improvements quickly. Also, let's be honest, we aren't paid specifically to clean or organize. Our main goal is to get the job done efficiently, but that doesn't mean we can ignore the clutter or disorganization that can slow us down. Interestingly, we often work well even if we aren't perfectly organized. We've learned to adapt and get things done despite the mess, but that's not a sustainable or ideal situation. Now, let's think about WAIFM. What's in it for me? Understanding this helps us see why cleaning and organizing benefit us personally, not just the team or the company. When we see the advantages for ourselves, we're more motivated to make those changes. But of course, there are concerns and barriers when it comes to implementing 5S or other organizational practices. These might include feeling it's a waste of time, believing it's not our responsibility, or simply not knowing where to start. Recognizing these barriers is the first step toward overcoming them. If we address these concerns openly, we can work together to make our work environment better, faster, and safer for everyone. So, when it comes to organizing a space, the first thing to consider are the corners. Corners are often overlooked, but they can actually be great spots to utilize for storage or to keep things out of the way. Next, we have drawers. These are perfect for smaller items that you want to keep easily accessible and neatly contained. Moving on, toolboxes are essential, especially if you're dealing with tools or equipment that need to be stored securely and transported easily. Then we have storage closets. These are ideal for larger items or supplies that you don't need on a daily basis, helping keep the main area clutter-free. Shelves are another key element. They maximize vertical space and make items visible and easy to reach. Racks are similar but often used for larger or bulkier items, like boxes or equipment that need to be organized efficiently. Walls are often an underutilized resource, but by adding hooks, pegboards, or wall-mounted storage, you can free up floor space and keep frequently used items within arm's reach. So the big question is, where do you start? The answer depends on your specific needs and the space you're working with. Usually, I recommend starting with the areas that tend to get cluttered first, like corners or open wall space, and then working your way outward. The key is to think about how you move through the space and what items need to be most accessible. Let's take a closer look at the 5 S's, which are fundamental to creating an organized and efficient workplace. The 5 S's stand for sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Each step builds on the previous one to help us maintain a clean, safe, and productive environment. First, sort is about going through all tools, materials, and equipment and removing what we don't need. This helps eliminate clutter and frees up space. Next, set in order focuses on organizing what remains so everything has a designated place, making it easy to find and return items. Then, shine emphasizes cleaning the workspace regularly, which not only keeps the area tidy, but also helps us spot issues early, like leaks or wear and tear. Standardize involves establishing procedures and schedules so that everyone knows how to maintain these standards consistently. Finally, sustain is about continuously practicing and reviewing these habits to ensure the improvements stick over time. Together, these principles support our overall goal of improving efficiency, safety, and quality in our work environment. They're simple yet powerful tools to foster a culture of continuous improvement. All right, on this slide, we're focusing on the importance of sorting tools, materials, racks, shelves, and supplies. The key idea here is to organize everything effectively so that our workspace is efficient and safe. First, we want to sort out what we have. This includes identifying items that are broken, excess, or rarely used. By doing this, we're preventing clutter and making sure only useful items stay in our workspace. Next, the red tag system is a simple but powerful tool. We tag items that need to be sorted or disposed of, which helps us quickly identify what should be discarded or relocated. Remember, the goal is to tag it, then decide on its disposition, whether to keep, relocate, or discard. It's also important to discard outdated materials or information. Outdated items can slow us down or cause confusion, so regular review and disposal are crucial. Overall, the act of sorting is about creating a clean, organized environment that supports our productivity and safety. When everything is in its right place, work becomes smoother and more efficient. Let's take a moment to discuss red tag items. These are the products or issues that have been marked as urgent or needing immediate attention. They often highlight areas where we might be overstocked, outdated, or not meeting quality standards. Recognizing these red tag items is crucial because it helps us prioritize actions that can improve efficiency and reduce costs. By addressing these items promptly, we can prevent potential losses and streamline our inventory management. Connecting this to the overall theme, managing red tag items effectively is key to maintaining a healthy, responsive supply chain that aligns with our strategic goals. Everything gets a home. This is all about organizing your workspace so everything has a designated place. Rearranging your material and equipment can make a big difference. Think about reducing walking, bending, or stretching to grab what you need. Placing frequently used items close by saves time and effort, making your workflow smoother. Designating specific locations for material handling equipment helps keep everything orderly and easy to find. Creating a shadow board for tools is a great visual cue. Once a tool is used, it goes back in its spot, so nothing gets misplaced. Tapping perimeters around work areas or storage zones clearly defines boundaries and keeps things tidy. Labeling and color coding, everything makes it simple to identify items at a glance. No more searching or confusion. All of these steps come together to set your workspace in order, which is key for efficiency, safety, and quality. Remember, when everything has a designated home, your entire operation runs more smoothly and safely. Now, let's look at the importance of setting things in order. This step is all about organizing our workspace efficiently. We start by arranging our tools and materials so that they are easy to find and reach. For example, with tool drawers, we want to ensure everything has a designated spot. This not only saves time, but also reduces frustration and potential errors. By putting things in order, we create a safer and more productive environment. It allows us to quickly identify what we need, which is essential for maintaining smooth operations. Remember, this is a key part of maintaining a clean and organized workspace, which ties back to the overall theme of continuous improvement and safety. Before we move on, think about your own workspace. Are your tools properly organized? If not, this is a great place to start making some improvements. Now, moving on to slide 17, let's talk about the importance of organizing our tool drawer foam and cleaning supplies. First, having a well-organized tool drawer foam means that each tool has a designated spot, which makes it easier to find what we need quickly and reduces the risk of tools getting damaged or misplaced. Next, with cleaning supplies, keeping them properly stored and easily accessible helps maintain a clean and safe work environment, which is essential for both safety and efficiency. Then, we come to the concept of set in order. This applies not only to tool drawers, but also to tool boards. The idea here is to arrange tools in a logical order, often based on how frequently you use them or the workflow sequence, so everything is easy to reach and put back. This organization isn't just about tidiness. It's about creating a system that supports productivity and safety across the board. When we put these principles into practice, we're reinforcing the overall theme of workplace efficiency and safety. So remember, a well-ordered workspace isn't just neat. It's a critical part of maintaining a safe and efficient environment for everyone. Let's talk about the set in order step, specifically at the point of use. This is all about organizing tools, equipment, and materials right where they are needed. The goal here is to make sure everything is easy to find and accessible, which helps reduce unnecessary movement and saves time. When items are properly arranged at the point of use, it also minimizes the chances of accidents or errors. Think of it as creating a well-structured workspace that promotes efficiency and safety. This step is crucial because it connects to the overall theme of maintaining a clean, organized, and safe environment, which ultimately boosts productivity and morale. So, always remember, proper setup at the point of use is a key part of effective workplace organization. Now, let's take a look at the area after hose storage. This is where we keep hoses once they're no longer in use, ensuring they are stored properly to maintain their integrity and readiness for next use. Proper storage here is crucial for safety and efficiency. Before this, we had miscellaneous items outside of the maintenance shop, which can often be cluttered or disorganized. Moving these items away from the shop area helps keep the workspace tidy and safe. It's important to note that this outside area of the maintenance shop is designated specifically for organized storage, including hoses and other equipment. Keeping these items properly stored outside of the main shop reduces clutter and helps us quickly locate what we need when performing maintenance tasks. Overall, these practices support our goal of maintaining a clean, organized, and safe working environment, which is essential for the efficiency of our operations. Let's talk about set in order. This step is all about organizing everything in a way that makes sense and is easy to access. Essentially, it's about creating a designated place for each item so that when you need something, you can find it quickly and efficiently. This not only saves time, but also reduces clutter and confusion. The key here is to think about the flow of your work or daily routines, arranging tools, supplies, or documents logically. For example, frequently used items should be most accessible, while less used items can be stored further away. By setting things in order, we're establishing a structure that supports smooth operations. It ties into the overall theme of creating a safe, efficient, and productive environment. Remember, organization isn't just about aesthetics, it's about making our work safer and more effective. Let's take a moment to look at this comparison between after and before in the context of miscellaneous storage. Here, you can see how our approach has evolved. The before side might have been more cluttered or less organized, making it harder to find what we needed quickly. Now, with the after, we've streamlined the storage process, making it more efficient and accessible. This change highlights the importance of proper organization in managing miscellaneous items, which is a key part of optimizing overall storage solutions. Remember, effective storage isn't just about space. It's about how easily we can access and utilize that space to improve productivity. Now, let's take a closer look at the fuse storage cabinet and how it transforms before and after implementation. Initially, you see the before image, which shows a cluttered, disorganized space where fuses are stored haphazardly. This not only makes it difficult to find the right fuse quickly, but also poses safety risks. Now, in the after image, the cabinet is neatly organized, clearly labeled, and designed for easy access. This improvement highlights the importance of proper storage solutions in maintaining safety and efficiency. By upgrading to an organized fuse storage cabinet, we enhance safety, reduce downtime, and streamline maintenance processes. This example ties into our overall theme of optimizing infrastructure for better reliability and safety. Now, let's take a closer look at the comparison between after and before lubrication carts. On this slide, you can see the key differences highlighted clearly. The before side shows the traditional lubrication carts that were commonly used in the past. They often involved manual processes, which could be time-consuming and sometimes inefficient. The after side illustrates the newer, improved lubrication carts that incorporate advanced features. These modern carts are designed to streamline the lubrication process, making it faster and more reliable. By upgrading to these better carts, we can reduce downtime and improve overall equipment maintenance. This comparison really emphasizes the importance of adopting innovative tools to enhance our maintenance routines. It ties back to our overall theme of continuous improvement and operational efficiency. Now, let's talk about the importance of setting things in order and ensuring safety. First, setting things in order means organizing tools, materials, and workspaces so everything has a designated place. This not only helps us work more efficiently, but also reduces the risk of accidents. When everything is in its proper place, we can quickly find what we need and avoid clutter that could cause trips or other hazards. Next, safety is always a top priority. This involves following proper procedures, wearing the right protective equipment, and being aware of potential hazards at all times. By maintaining a safe environment, we protect ourselves and our coworkers, which ultimately keeps the project moving smoothly. Connecting these points to our overall goal, having a well-organized workspace and prioritizing safety creates a more productive, efficient, and safe working environment. It's about developing good habits that support both quality work and personal well-being. Remember, safety isn't just a rule, it's a mindset that should be integrated into every step of our process. Now, let's take a closer look at the concept of set in order. This step is all about organizing everything we need for our processes in a logical and efficient way. It's not just about tidiness, it's about creating a workspace where everything has its place, making it easier to find and use what we need quickly. By setting things in order, we reduce wasted time and effort, which directly improves productivity and safety. Think about how much smoother operations become when tools, equipment, and materials are arranged systematically. This step connects to the overall theme of continuous improvement because a well-organized environment supports smoother workflows and fewer errors. It's the foundation for maintaining standards and ensuring that everyone knows where everything belongs, leading to a safer, more efficient workplace. All right, let's talk about the importance of making sure everything is spot-free. It might sound simple, but paying attention to cleanliness really makes a difference. Scrubbing, wiping, dusting, vacuuming, and even painting are all part of maintaining a clean environment. And the key is to do this daily. When you clean regularly, problems become more evident, so you can catch issues early before they become bigger problems. Cleaning isn't just about appearance, it's also about inspection. When you clean thoroughly, you get a better look at what's really going on. Remember, everyone is responsible for keeping the space clean. It's a team effort. And when you do it well, everything shines literally and figuratively. A clean, well-maintained environment boosts safety, quality, and morale. So keep in mind, a spotless space is a reflection of our commitment to excellence. Now let's talk about equipment. This includes all the machines and tools we use daily, like pallet jacks, forklifts, cabinets, desks, drawers, chairs, racks, shelves, bins, and carts. Each piece plays a vital role in keeping our operations smooth and efficient. It's important to ensure they're well-maintained and used properly. Next, we have space. This covers everything from floors and work areas to walkways, safety barriers, pillars, walls, ceilings, windows, closets, rooms, and lights. Keeping these elements organized and safe is essential for a productive and secure environment. Clear walkways and well-lit areas help prevent accidents and improve workflow. Finally, let's focus on shine targets. When we talk about these, we're highlighting the key areas where our attention makes the biggest difference. By paying close attention to our equipment and space, we not only ensure safety, but also boost overall efficiency. Remember, maintaining a clean, organized, and well-kept environment reflects our commitment to excellence and supports our broader goals. Shine. This slide is really about the importance of standing out and showcasing our strengths. When we talk about shining, we're emphasizing the need to bring our best qualities forward, whether that's our skills, our passion, or our unique perspective. It's about making sure that what we do leaves a lasting impression and adds value to the bigger picture. Remember, shining doesn't mean being perfect. It means being authentic and confident in what we contribute. And in the context of our overall theme, it reminds us that everyone has the potential to shine if we focus on our strengths and stay true to ourselves. So, let's think about how we can bring more of our light into our work and interactions, because that's how we truly make an impact. Standardize means doing things in a consistent way across the board. When we make our processes uniform, it becomes much easier to implement the first 3 Ss, sort, set in order, and shine, because they start to become habits. Consistency helps reinforce these habits so they don't slip away over time. It's about embedding these practices into our daily routines so they become second nature. By standardizing, we create stability and ensure that improvements are maintained, preventing us from slipping back into old, less effective ways. Ultimately, standardization is key to sustaining a culture of continuous improvement and making sure our good practices stick long-term. Let's talk about assigning responsibilities. It's really important to clearly define who is responsible for what, so everyone knows their role in maintaining our standards. Then, we should make these responsibilities a regular part of our daily work activities. This way, it becomes second nature rather than an extra task. A good practice to keep things on track is the 5-minute 5S check. This quick review helps us monitor how well we're maintaining the new conditions we've put in place. Regular checks like these help catch issues early and keep our workspace organized. To ensure consistency, we need to standardize these responsibilities and processes. Standardization helps everyone follow the same procedures, making our efforts more effective and sustainable over time. By consistently monitoring through tools like 5S audits, we can see how well we're maintaining our standards and where improvements are needed. This ongoing review is key to long-term success and continuous improvement. So, by assigning clear responsibilities, integrating them into daily routines, conducting regular audits, and standardizing our processes, we reinforce a culture of discipline and continuous improvement that supports our overall goals. So, what happens if we don't stick to standardization? Well, unfortunately, things tend to revert to how they used to be. Unnecessary items start piling up, creating clutter and confusion. Tools and equipment might get lost or misplaced, which slows down our work and wastes time. This is exactly why standardization is so important. It helps us maintain order, keeps things organized, and ensures that everyone knows where everything belongs. Without it, chaos can easily creep back in, undoing all the progress we've made. Standardizing processes and organization is key to sustaining efficiency and order in our work environment. Creating the condition for 5S success is all about commitment and consistency. First, we need to make 5S a way of life, not just a one-time effort. This means dedicating time from management to support and drive the initiative. Having management actively involved shows everyone that 5S is a priority. Awareness is also key. Using posters, training sessions, and ongoing communication helps keep the principles fresh in everyone's mind. Support from senior management, like visits and engagement, reinforces that this is important at all levels. Tools like management walk cards can guide leaders during their walkthroughs, ensuring they focus on critical areas and reinforce standards. It's also vital to create daily maintenance checklists and schedules so that sustaining cleanliness and order becomes part of the daily routine. Recognizing and rewarding those who uphold these standards encourages ongoing participation and motivation. And finally, sustainability depends on embedding these practices into the culture, making 5S a natural, continuous part of our work environment. When we commit fully and support each other, the benefits of a cleaner, more efficient workspace become truly sustainable. Let's talk about the various tools and visual cues we can use to support our organization and efficiency. First, we have books, which are essential for quick reference and keeping important information accessible. Videos can be powerful for training and demonstrating processes visually. Forms help us standardize data collection and ensure consistency. Bins are great for organizing materials and keeping clutter to a minimum. Magnets can be used for attaching notes or tools to metal surfaces, making information easily changeable. Red tags are crucial for identifying items that need attention, such as those that are defective or require inventory action. Aisle marking tape helps define specific areas or pathways, improving flow and safety. Signs are important for clear communication, guiding people, and indicating rules or hazards. Posters serve as visual reminders of procedures or safety protocols. Label makers are invaluable for creating clear labels that enhance organization and tracking. Finally, implementing 5S tools, which include many of these items, helps us systematically organize, clean, and maintain our workspace. When we combine these tools effectively, we create a safer, more efficient environment that supports continuous improvement. Remember, the goal is to make everything visible and accessible, reducing waste and increasing productivity. Let's walk through the 5 steps of the 5S methodology and how they contribute to waste reduction. First, we have sort, or SARI. This step involves removing unnecessary items from the workspace and keeping only what is essential. By doing so, we address inventory, motion, and overproduction wastes. For example, we can remove outdated tools, dispose of obsolete stock, and reduce excess raw materials, which helps prevent overproduction and minimizes storage costs. Next is set in order, or SATIN. This means arranging tools, parts, and materials logically and labeling everything clearly. The goal here is to reduce motion, weighting, and transportation wastes. We might place frequently used tools near the operator, use color-coded bins for different parts, and organize the workspace so that walking distances are minimized when retrieving items. This setup saves time and effort. Then we have shine, or say-so. Regular cleaning of machines, tools, and the workplace not only keeps things tidy, but also involves inspecting equipment for issues. Daily cleaning schedules can help us detect minor faults early, preventing breakdowns. Keeping everything clean reduces downtime and the chances of producing defective products. The 4th step is standardize, or seiketsu. This is about developing consistent procedures, schedules, and checklists for tasks. By standardizing, we address defects, overprocessing, and motion waste. For instance, having a standard operating procedure for machine setup and a uniform storage layout across shifts ensures consistent quality and reduces errors and rework. Finally, we have sustain, or shitsuke. This focuses on training, regular audits, and ongoing reviews to maintain the 5S practices. This step helps prevent the accumulation of unnecessary items and keeps the process efficient. For example, monthly 5S audits and reward systems encourage discipline, ensuring that good habits stick and continuous improvement is sustained. Together, these steps create a disciplined approach that minimizes waste and boosts overall efficiency. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I really appreciate you joining me for this presentation. I hope the insights shared have been valuable and have sparked some new ideas or perspectives for you. Remember, the key points we've discussed highlight the importance of understanding the core concepts and applying them effectively. If you take away anything, let it be to stay curious and proactive in your approach. Once again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you further in the future.